Hey Darl, so I got your note about you having trouble getting your hands up on the bar, you know, with the shoulders for your box squat. So I'm making this quick video just to kind of explain a couple of options you can try into this coming week. Okay, so the first option would be possibly looking at what we would call a talon grip. So you would just place 2 fingers on the bar, and you can go as wide as you comfortably can, but it's just gonna be 2 fingers, like a talon. And then once you have those 2 fingers up, then you're just gonna come up under the bar, and you're lifting your chest, you're lifting your elbows a little bit, and then you're just kind of holding the bar in that talon grip. That tends to keep you from having to like crank. So doing a full grasp, that keeps you from having to like crank the shoulders as far back, because that little grip or that little space you give from your fingertips helps, okay? Another grip you could use would just be a simple overhand grip. This is actually my preferred grip. So when I squat, I just have my hands on top of the bar here versus a full grip. This is comfortable on my shoulders and it still stays fairly stable. So hands on top of the bar, you run the hands on top of the bar on either a low bar position or a high bar position. And you'll notice that like when I'm here, my elbows kind of drop a little bit. I feel a little bit more tension on my shoulders versus here, it feels a little bit more comfortable, okay? So those are 2 grips you could try to experiment with, and maybe possibly even look up, for talon grip, look up like an additional tutorial video to like get some ideas on how to do that. So that's the first option, would just be adjusting your grip. The second option would be to use either wrist straps, or you can purchase something like this off of Amazon. These are called like Angle 90s, right? And there's off-brand, some of them are shaped like a banana, kind of funny. But what you can do is, if you have a wrist strap, and again, you can get a wrist strap off of Amazon, is you would just like tie it under here. And some guys will even use duct tape. Like they'll take duct tape and they'll create little handles with duct tape on here. But you can create a handle here like this, or if you have a angle 90, you can just route it here like this. And we call this kind of like a poor man's SSB. Now an SSB is a safety squat bar. It has like pads and handles, which is probably the type of bar you would feel most comfortable using, but it's also like $350, $400. So if you're not inclined to purchase a new barbell, this could kind of meet that same need, where now you can grab from here, you can bring yourself up underneath, and notice my arms are a lot lower, and you can still make sure that bar is nice and stable on your back. And you can do it with a high bar position or a low bar position. The bar is good and stable, and then you can just take your squats coming up and down. But having the handles a little bit lower helps. And again,